Paytm is seeing an upswing in Monday trade. The question is the worst truly over? Now, there are a slew of reports, brokerage reports, and they all have a different view. I'm going to start talking about what Bernstein is saying, which is breaking down what Jefferies is saying, and fairly disparate views. So very quickly, what Bernstein finds as a positive is that in its FAQs, the RBI has hinted that the QR code business and the soundbox business will be allowed to function. So there is no, full stop to all of Paytm's presence. Plus, Axis Bank is now will handle the nodal account for Paytm, so a little bit of ease for merchants, less reason for them to flee. And thirdly, the fact that the deadline has been extended to March 15th may hint towards a bit of softness from the regulator. In fact, they argue that is the worst over. But Vishy, not everyone is convinced.
No, not at all. So Jefferies specifically put out a report this morning saying that they are not going to rate Paytm till the news flow dies down, till things become a little more clear. Specifically, they're talking about the Paytm wallet as well as the FASTag businesses. According to their reading of what the RBI said on Friday, these businesses cannot be sold to anybody else, which basically means that as of 15th of March, these come to an end. In fact, in the FAQs, the RBI specifically said, move on to some other service provider. The other thing that they're talking about is retention of customers as well as merchants. So there, Paytm will have to dip into the $1 billion cash flow that is cash that is lying around on their balance sheet to try and retain these customers, offer them higher discounts, offer them better deals. All of that is going to cost money for Paytm. The third thing they're saying is that specifically on the lending business, which was one of the big revenue churners for Paytm, there's going to be a significant dip. More than half of the revenue is going to go away between FY25 and FY24, simply because partners are not going to tie up with Paytm going ahead, or potentially that even if some partners do tie up, they already have announced that they're going to cut down on the sub 50,000 loan. That's going to be a bit of a revenue hit for Paytm. They're estimating about 59% drop.
Okay, so then let's lay out the best case scenario and the worst case scenario right now, because the question is, has the pain for Paytm ended, or is there more in store? So best case scenario seems to be that, like Axis Bank has come in, but just for nodal accounts, you have other partners that come in. The RBI facilitates it, indemnifies these banks, allows it, because it does not want the brand and the fintech space to get so shaken up, or customers to be shaken up. Is that clearly the best case scenario? And if so, what is the worst case scenario?
The best case scenario is obviously the RBI going a little, slightly easy on Paytm and allowing these kind of...
Governor has said anyone looking for that, please look ahead.
Should look ahead, yes, definitely. So the RBI is very clear, they are not intending to do that at all. So you can expect the world, but it doesn't deliver. Worst case scenario here is that core businesses such as a wallet, such as a FASTag, such as an CMC card, these are businesses where people recognize Paytm as a brand. These shut down. What are exactly people waiting for? I mean, most people have 100 different options available to them. They can easily shift to another. The cost of shifting is so low. It's literally free, right? It doesn't cost you any money. You can just go out and get another service provider, and they will give it to you, and the service will continue. They will continue to use those that technology. They are not beholden to Paytm. So if Paytm wants to retain them, there's going to be a lot of money spending that happens. At the end of it, even if you are able to return, let's say, a majority of those customers, what exactly are you going to offer them that is going to be beneficial to you, right? Because as a business, you've lost the Paytm Payments Bank entity, so you'll have to rely on other lenders to offer those services. You're not going to monetize that data. What are you going to do with it?
All right, so what is Paytm left with apart from a QR code, a soundbox, which is no longer something that nobody else has, and of course the brand name, and how much is that worth? Will that price in the stock? So at the end of it, I think safe to say that perhaps the worst is over for Paytm, but doesn't mean things are going to get better.